another concert tomorrow for a Faith and Family Night. Another 6:35 start time tomorrow. Our airtime 6:15. Zach Lover will pitch for the Storm Chasers. Still not certain on who will pitch for San Antonio. First pitch to Ryan O'Hearn in there for a strike. O'Hearn, the designated hitter today, batting at .294, 9 home runs, 27 runs batted in his time with the Storm Chasers. The 0-1. Curve misses down low. They got the shift on for O'Hearn, celebrating his 26th birthday today. Not exactly the most fun day to have, a travel day in the PCL on your birthday. The pitch hit on the ground weakly towards first. Back of the bag, fielded by Hager. Will step on the bag for the out. 3 unassisted, 1 away here. Aaron Wilkerson has faced 4 batters. He has retired all 4. And here comes third baseman Kelvin Gutierrez. .267 average, 5 home runs, 25 runs driven in. San Antonio putting together a fine year this year. One of the reasons they have been so good has been their pitching staff. Number 1 in the Pacific Coast League with a 3.90 earned run average. And with balls flying out of the park this year, the number seems especially impressive. 3.90 is the breaking ball up high. There is nobody else with a team ERA under 4 in the Pacific Coast League. And not even close as they pitch a swing and a miss by Gutierrez. And the next closest is 4.48. And that's New Orleans. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second, 3-0 San Antonio as the fastball swung out and missed. And again, Wilkerson, 89-mile-an-hour pitch, just well located up and away. Had Gutierrez chasing after that pitch. So now 1-2. 1-2 coming, it's a curve. Head towards first, 1 hopper picked by Hager. He'll underhand flip it to Wilkerson. At the bag, 3-1 on the putout. 2 outs here in the second for first baseman Samir Dueñas. Hitting at .215, 6 home runs and 32 runs driven in. So here is Samir, 2 outs. And nobody on base for Samir, left-handed hitter. That's the righty thrower, Aaron Wilkerson. They'll apply the shift, and a pronounced shift it is for Dueñas with the second baseman arc out in shallow right. First pitch hit in the air towards shallow right and over the head of Worf and in front of Tyrone Taylor. Perfectly placed for the Storm Chasers' first hit. You could not draw it up any better than what Dueñas did right there. Hitting one over the head of Worf but in front of Taylor. And so the Storm Chasers have their first hit. It's a pitch in on the hands, and Dueñas is able to turn on it and hit it to right field. And first base runner for the Storm Chasers comes here in the second, down 3-0. Number 7 hitter stands in, Elier Hernandez. Dueñas has a tiny lead at first, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1. Elier batting at .255, 8 home runs, 29 runs driven in. 3-0 San Antonio here in the bottom half of the second. Wilkerson says okay to the sign. Nottingham frames up on the outside. Here's the 1-0 on the outside corner, perfectly placed. Hitting the target set up by the catcher with the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And so 1-1 on Hernandez. Stretch of the pitch, breaking ball fouled back. So 1-2 now the count on Elier. You got Chase Darno on deck. Wilkerson goes back to the rosin bag for a second. Bouncing it up and down on his right hand just to soak up some of the moisture on the palm. Right-hander back to work here, and a 1-2 to Elier Hernandez. He is coming. As ball swung out and fell back, and Elier in defensive mode there. Got a letter-high fastball. And the best he could do was foul it back. Hager holding on to Dueñas, who does not have a stolen base this year. 2-2 is swung on and popped in the air to shallow center field. This one's going to be trouble. It'll plop in there for a hit. Elier with a little fly ball hit off the end of the bat. Dueñas goes to second.
He didn't get a good jump.
And the Storm Chasers trying to put together a little 2-out rally. And again, that's just a 2-strike approach there for Elier, where he's just trying to put the bat on the ball, get a breaking ball down, and popped it into shallow center. And Grisham plays a fairly deep center field, and that paid dividends for the Storm Chasers. So Dueñas at second, Hernandez at first. Chase Darno stands in, 207 average, 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. First pitch, he cuts and fouls one away off to the first base side. Represents the tying run up at the plate with San Antonio up 3-0. Darno hitting 8th in the order. Chase, 32 years of age, joined this club in the middle of June. In fact, his first game was against San Antonio, and what an impact he had in his Storm Chasers debut. 3 hits in his first 3 at-bats, including a home run. The fastball in the outside corner. It's now 0-2. And again, that's just Wilkerson hitting his spots. That's Aaron Wilkerson at his best. He's 7-1 on the year, with an impressive 3.10 ERA. 0-2 pitch, fastball high, and it's now 1-2. And that's despite struggling in his last couple of outings, including one against the Storm Chasers. He's given up 2-out hits to Dueñas and Hernandez here in the second. 1-2 on Darno. Check back towards second by Wilkerson. Here he comes with a pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled back. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't know if Wilkerson wanted to throw that pitch where he located it. It was a fastball and a right down the middle. I think he wanted it either up a little bit more or maybe to the outside corner, but either way, that was a pretty good pitch. Darno would like to have another one like that. 1-2 curve, swung on and poked foul in the air towards the seats. Nice catch by a gentleman sitting in the 3rd row behind the San Antonio dugout. He just kind of cradled that one up against his gut there and grabbed it. Staring into that tough sun, fighting off the elements to make that catch. Showing off the souvenir to a gentleman sitting right next to him in that 3rd row behind the dugout. 1-2 on Darno. Wilkerson a check of the runners. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside with a slider. 2-2 on Chase. Nate Esposito on deck. Darno really chokes up with 2 strikes. There's not many guys that do that these days. Chase Darno is a guy that does. He is a good inch and a half off the knob at least. The 2-2 coming, swinging a miss. Strike 3. Got beat by the Wilkerson fastball. Second strikeout for Aaron Wilkerson. And the inning is done. So in the frame, Storm Chasers, couple of 2-out hits. They strand a couple runners at the end of 2. In San Antonio 3, and the Storm Chasers, nothing in 11/80. Zone 2, the deuce.